My name is Anjalee Jasmine. My organization is called Respect All Love. It's an LGBTQ plus organization that I started last year. I stand for inclusion and creating positivity and safety within yourself so that you can spread it to other people. Well, a few years ago when I was like 12, 13, 14, I always wanted to volunteer to help other people, and I kept getting turned down because of my age. And so it was Christmas Day when I was 15, and I was driving with my family to some nice dinner, but instead I was thinking about, instead of how to volunteer, something I could make myself to help other people. And one reference I thought about was Lily Singh's Girl Love, and a few others, but I focused on that and looked at how she created it, what the social media looked like, and how I could start something that would build into that. So about a couple weeks later, then I worked on building the Instagram page for Respect All Love, and we've grown since. I want to help as many people as possible, not just within the community, but outside of that, so that other people are educated about it. Even within the community, not everybody is educated about it, or not as much as they think they are. I want people to be able to feel safe, not just in themselves, but in their surroundings, and have facilities that they can actually use that aren't going to kick them out because of their identity. And I also want to partner with a photographer or a magazine or something to create these photos and visuals of just queer identities and flood the media with representation as much as possible to get it out there, so it's not just a stereotype that people see. Really any variety within the arts. I also want to work with school clubs and help them bring events because they have ideas of things they want to do. Also, just put up some free resources online. So if people can't come to our events or they don't have a club, they can just go on our website and learn about themselves, learn about their friends, and understand what we are. I mean, the main thing is that they're willing to learn and that it's okay to ask questions. So many people are afraid to ask questions, and I actually want them to, and I welcome it. So I feel like a lot of times if they don't, which is not always the case, like a main question, what are your pronouns? Mm-hmm. Even just that one, if that was asked and that was all, then that's something and that would be fine.
Right.
But people don't even do that, and then because if they're afraid to ask questions and they skip over that one, then it's might actually be more harmful, because they'll use the wrong pronouns, the wrong language, expect different things from you than what you know and you feel.
Right.
And it's hard for the non-binary person too to reach out and talk about it or correct it and say like, here, this is actually my pronouns. I'd like you to refer to me as they, them instead, or whatever that person is using. It's normal, it's everyday life, it's just people. First of all, if you think it's unsafe, that you might be kicked out or anything like that, then it's a good reason not to, or to hold off until you can move out or you are in a safe environment to deal with that. Because a lot of people that are unsafe and then come out, then they might end up homeless or in foster care or even worse situations. So definitely stay safe first of all. And if your friends don't accept you, do you really want to stick around that? The first thing I would probably say to somebody going through that is give yourself a break. When I was first questioning either my sexuality or my gender, which happened at different times, my first thought was, I don't want to deal with this, which is awful. I hate that that was my first thought. For my sexuality, being bi, my first, it was one day, literally like one day, I came out to myself. questions came out to myself. I was like, okay, this is what it is. And that's all it took. But still, I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be this. I'm fine with it. I'm accepting. Other people can be whatever, but I don't want it to be me. I don't want to have to go through coming out to my family and all of that. But the truth is, if you learn to accept yourself and find your own strength and really believe in yourself, it becomes a lot easier to come out to family or friends or go through transitioning, because it's going to make you a lot happier. And it might be more of a, I don't know about fun, but just like a coming of age thing of figuring out who you are. That's part of it. So you kind of have to be your own fighter in that way. One of the biggest goals for Respect All Love, I do want us to travel around the world and not just be an American organization, but an international nonprofit, and go to anywhere, India or Canada or China or Italy, just anywhere and everywhere, and learn about those cultures and see what their laws are like, if it's illegal to be LGBT or not, and how we can help there. Because then it's not just for LGBTQ plus people either, but it's for the allies as well, and for hopefully future allies. And yeah. Even if you have friends or family that don't accept you or don't understand, it's possible because they know you, they are still gonna stand by your side. And sometimes they don't understand, and that's hard to deal with and hard to talk to them about because they're just not getting it. But if they're still willing to stand up for you, or they're willing to learn, then definitely keep them with you, and letting them in will help. My name is Anjalee Jasmine, and I founded the organization Respect All Love.